That's just a stock video here on the program called Restream. Anyway, Tony Mormino, HVAC TV live here. Streaming live today. I'm going to finish editing this HVAC video that I took at the Hobbs, Maryland new parts facility. Actually, I didn't take the video. Shannon Redmond took the video. She did an excellent job, and Carrie Wise is the lady standing next to me there, and she's the business leader. Aftermarket, let me get this right. I'm going to look down for a second. Aftermarket business leader. Okay, so I got that right, I hope. So we're about halfway through the video. Last week, trying to do this on. I'm in a temporary office. We had a bunch of problems with the live stream, so I wanted to do this for two reasons. One is to get the word out there on the new parts facility, and the other is to test the live stream because we have a big event coming up on Friday. I want to make sure it's working right. So if you're interested in video editing and you want to hang out, or if you're bored and it's, late in the day and you don't want to do a lot of brainy stuff, put us on in the background, hang out, and I'm going to show you how we go about editing videos. And in this process too, you'll learn a little bit about HVAC parts and then our new parts office in Maryland. So, okay, I'm going to play, and hopefully this sound will come through adequately. I'm going to play the first part of the video, which I pretty much have done. I'll probably tweak it a little bit if I see something I don't like, but here we go. Okay, Tony Mormino here at the Hobbs Parts Center, here with Carrie Wise. How are you today?
Good, how are you doing?
Good, thanks for doing the video for us.
Absolutely.
We want to make sure people know where our new parts facility is and what we carry here. So I'm not familiar with this area. I know we got Washington, D.C. to the south and Baltimore to the north. Is that right? Are we kind of in the middle?
Sort of in the middle, yeah. And then we have Northern Virginia, which is obviously south of where we are as well.
Gotcha.
So we're kind of in a sweet spot here.
You're in a sweet spot. So give a little overview. Why does someone who's watching this care? Like, why do they want to come here? What do they get when they come here?
We're a one-stop shop. You can come
a one-stop shop. I love it.
You can come in and get all the parts that you need. We stock Aaon parts, Climatemaster, IAC, Armstrong. We have SPX, Marley parts as well.
One-stop shop.
LG, of course, and then we also stock water source heat pumps.
So you can see a typical
the consoles. We have Climatemaster and cold point.
A typical video edit where the core or the main track is just Carrie and I talking, and in a minute you'll see us walking around the parts center. We're talking, but we're also showing people the services we have and the parts we provide, et cetera. And then on top of that conversation in the video, we're just overlaying what's called B-roll. So if you're like me, before I got into this job, I heard the term B-roll, but I really didn't know what it means. But it basically means video that's supportive of what you're talking about. So we try to overlay the B-roll in a way that's, talking about what we're talking about in the video. Sometimes it's that, sometimes it's other intents.
So, like I said, one-stop shop. We have all of your needs here.
You have all the needs here, right? Cool. Well, you can't see this on the camera right now, but there's a full area over here. We'll kind of walk through some of the products and the parts and pieces we have, and then we'll go back in the warehouse and Carrie did a fantastic
give
someone a little tour. So what this is the main counter area.
Counter, yeah, so Marcus begins our counter here. So he is customer facing. He handles all the customers that walk in. We have our little marketing.
And there's the rest of the crew.
I mean,
come on.
Cards, and if we have any current, like we added JCI parts.
So main parts counter. Now, what is this over here? This looks like a bar area. You got coffee.
We have.
Okay, so now in the beginning there, it was Carrie and I talking, doing kind of an interview. We were standing still. Now the rest of the video, we're walking around and we're actually looking at things and talking to things. So there won't be as much overlay required of the B-roll. So when you're doing video in the field, I like to do the walk and talk or the man on the street thing where you're just walking around and you're actually physically looking at what you're talking about. To me, that's like the holy grail of content because you don't have to do a lot of editing at the end, and it provides the best value for the viewer because you're actually seeing live what you're discussing. So
we have some refreshments, some snacks over for customers to come in, candy, chips.
I like the bar area.
We have some of our product displays. So we have like our Camflex hoses here, which we do stock. Both of these here. The auto flow valve regulator on this one, and we have some literature for.
And if you're watching this video later on YouTube, it's streaming live right now on several platforms. And if you're watching it later, in the video description is the address for this actual parts facility between Baltimore and Washington, which is in a town called Jessup, I understand.
So this is something
Hope I got that right.
That we just brought in. We have sold a few of them, so it's something that we're also learning the benefits of and trying to market those to our customers. So it's nice that we have it in here.
High-rise fan coils.
They can come in and actually see.
You're in your big city, you'll see a lot of those.
In the components of
Right.
this.
Right. So high-rise fan coil, vertical stacked units.
Yep.
Hotels are very common for
Right.
this application, and
Yep.
when they need one, they want to come and grab it, rip the old one out, and throw this right in there, and then they
Yep.
have it for spare parts. You know,
Hey,
if they
Shannon.
want to keep the old one.
Paul
sitting
built that
around, but-
bar. He did a good
yeah,
job.
it's nice to have those in stock.
We might need to call him when
for
we have
sure.
our new office here.
I know these are real popular too.
Yes.
Huge time saver.
Yes,
Having to put
they
all these
are.
components together in the field. And you stock these? You have these in
We
stock?
stock these, and we also just have the basic hoses in stock as well.
Nice.
So this is our little like display area.
Now,
We
I'm not an
kinda
installer,
revamped
but I'm
this
a big
space
fan of
'cause
hose
This was
kits,
a full kitchen
just
here,
because of the
so,
convenience of
I
it.
believe a wall was knocked down. We've kind of just made it, another counter, but no one really uses this counter. This is more of just like a demo.
I would hang out at this
Product.
counter. This looks
Some
fun.
people, some
I'm going to hit that
customers-
coffee maker in a minute, actually.
Absolutely.
All
Absolutely.
right, so working our way around here.
Very
I love
nice
these
job,
bags.
Paul.
This
Yes,
would
we
be a
have
good
our-
camera bag, actually.
Veto pack. So these are really good for techs. I actually had a contractor come in and buy one of these.
So a lot of the rest of this
They're really
video
nice
is just
too.
us walking
Obviously,
around
put a lot
the
of
shop
different
and
tools and
talking about the
everything in.
products that they
Good for
sell.
traveling, if they're traveling for a job site.
Right.
This is really good.
I love
But
those
All of our
bags.
service techs use the Veto backpack, so we do stock obviously
All of our
of
Hobbs
these.
service techs.
All of them.
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
Okay, good. Excellent. Let's see, where else do we want to go here? I see some Armstrong parts here.
We do have some Armstrong parts. Yep.
And if we don't have, we didn't talk about this earlier, but if there's something we don't have, we could pull from another Hobbs parts office.
Correct.
We can pull from any of the Insight Partners offices or any of the other, 20 brands that we're affiliated
Right,
with
which
under
is
Air.
why we have APG.
There you go.
Know if
Aftermarket Parts Group, right?
Yes, so
Nice job there.
which is really nice that we have like this family of aftermarket parts businesses, and if there's something
Yeah,
that we
so
don't have, I can always reach out
if you're
to
watching
any of
this and
the
you're not
other
familiar with
APG
how we're
members
structured,
and, say,
Air
we'll have this part and give them the
or
part
Air
number.
Control
We do a
Concepts
warehouse
is the
transfer,
parent
the next
company
area, we
of,
usually have
Hobbs, Insight Partners, and about 20 plus brands. Okay, that's kind of how that goes. So partners, I would do editing and video for Hobbs as well. That's why you might see
Good
me wearing
deal.
an Air
Yeah.
shirt.
All right.
Some days you'll see me wearing an Insight shirt.
Aeon.
Aeon, yes.
All Aeon.
Soon
This
HVAC
So a lot of
TV
Aeon
shirts, which we're about to
products.
get.
is Aeon. We're constantly moving Aeon inventory, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what I mean as far as we have
Aeon's one of our major
All the
capacitors,
that we
basics.
rep.
basic
Right.
parts, obviously.
Fuses, capacitors, crankcase heaters.
Yep.
Don't touch these when they're on the
Filter
iron.
dryers. We have some
Learned
of,
that the hard way.
These are the touchscreen spaces for
Yeah.
Aeon units, expansion valves.
All the sensors. I see a lot of the sensors down
yes.
here.
We have a whole control shelf in the
Transformers.
back as well.
Igniter for the gas burner,
Yep.
I believe.
Because I have lots of filter dryers.
Filter dryers. It's all the common,
So here, what I'm looking for
valves,
is just
mod gas
Yeah, we
valves,
try
places
to
I might
stock
want
all
to
of
chop
the
out
parts
where we might
switches.
for the units that are in
say
this
something's
area.
inaccurate, or you
Right.
might
But
say, "Oh, let's not put that in there
it's
for
been,
whatever reason." So
it's been fun trying to keep these shelf stock, which is a good thing. It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's been summer was really hot
Actuators.
this year, so
Good stuff.
we try to do a lot of these videos to get the word out on social
A
because
lot
it's a
of-
great way to
lot
get
of
attention
inventory. That's
today.
good.
We're finding
Climatemaster parts are here.
Okay.
much
we
better than
stock,
sending out emails, which don't get a lot
some
of response
the,
today.
These are some of the boards that they have, the old CMC boards, which actually are obsolete now. So we were able to snag a few of those. So we do have those now, which is great.
Good.
Control boards, again, some of the basic parts, the capacitors and transformers, TXVs. And we have the service tools as well here.
Very nice. The popular Aeon service tool. All right.
And then we have our JCI York chiller parts.
Okay.
Is this
Just so I
shelf
could
here.
clip out the
some
pop.
valves
We count an ad, spend
back
just
in our warehouse.
gobs of time on them, and
the
really, from the viewer standpoint,
O-rings,
it might not
kind of the different size
matter a whole
O-rings,
lot. So, really, just trying to get the
filter dryers
word
in
out.
as well.
people know, hey, we're here. Here's
Caribbean
what we have.
blue, is that the
Here's
official
the value we
color?
can bring.
That is the official.
You know, don't
I
drive
never
all the way
knew
over
that.
here
And
when you got to shop right here
the
next to your
gray,
job
which is
site,
for
et cetera.
Aaon.
So, or your
Right.
I believe
checker's office.
They all have they all have their different colors.
I would not have thought
I love
that
the
was blue.
signage
That
they have
makes
up
sense.
there.
It looks more greenish to me, but
Caribbean blue.
it's great. Shannon, you're doing a great job. All right, so we're gonna. Shannon Redmond is the camera person, by the way. She's doing
you go.
awesome. She says
Shout
hello.
out.
All right, so we got some Marley
Literature.
here.
Yep. And this is our tower divisions. This is their baby. So
Gotcha.
to be honest, I don't know a whole lot about towers, but something I am learning about. But
No, zero maintenance for towers. You just plug them in and they work great. No,
yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Zero maintenance.
Towers require a lot of love.
Yes,
A lot
they
of
do.
TLC in the field.
Yep, gotta love your towers.
Awesome.
We stock the Marley and SPS, stock some of their parts as well.
Yeah, I saw a fluid cooler out here, so. All right, we are gonna walk back into the warehouse.
Yep.
Okay.
We're gonna go to the right over here.
I like this guided tour.
While we're here, we can kind of go over, like I have some of
Sure.
obviously we have the oil for the York units. We have all of our
For
Camflex
the
hoses.
water-cooled chillers?
Yes.
The centrifugal chillers?
Yep.
Okay.
We have all of our Camflex hoses for our water source heat pumps. They're all
Nice.
stocked here. These are the ones that
So I do have
out
some
in
good
the store
B-roll, some of these
with the
This is great to have.
specific parts that Carrie's mentioning. So I think I will go back and overlay those on there. I'm going to write down some timestamps here and go back and do that in a little bit. 8:45.
so that we have out in the store with the
This is great to have in stock too when someone needs, you know,
right.
a couple of them real quick. Thanks for doing this video. A lot of times
All the hose kit.
we assume our customers know everything we have, and then
Right.
they'll see something. We're like, oh, I didn't know you had that. Or, you know, I didn't know you had this here. So
Yeah, happens
so
more.
this is good. Condenser fan motors.
Yes, they're actually for our point units that we have and motors, but they belong to Cold Point water source heat pumps that we stock.
Cold Point. Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So Cold Point, actually they're behind me. These are the VI units. So Cold Point, their specialty is retrofitting old units. So this is a Cold Point unit, but it's a retrofit of an old Wayland VI unit.
Gotcha.
So
And there's a lot of those.
Correct. They're
Okay.
in a lot of senior nursing.
Right.
So we have a sales that sells a lot of these. So we stock these so that we have the nursing homes that they're ready to ship out as soon as we get an order for them. So you'll see we do have a lot of Cold Point in stock.
So it's Cold Point, and this is, I'm just want to look at this here while we got the camera, but so is this the evaporator coil?
Yep. They're very
The
small,
compressor's
but
in
yes.
here
Yep.
with the heat exchanger.
Correct.
And there's the water connections.
Yep.
And there's the evaporator coil. And this would go inside an existing air handler? A fan module, or do we know?
To be honest, I don't know.
That's okay.
I don't know
The answer is
that
yes,
question. Ooh.
by the way.
Yeah, I think what happens is
A lot of
this
times
fits
when I'm
into a
doing these
fan.
videos, I get so much
It fits
stuff in
into
my
an
head,
air
it's
handler.
hard
This
to
is the
recognize what I'm looking
refrigeration
at. But
compressorized section that fits into the air handler section. But
There you go.
We'll overlay that on top of the video so we can look like we know what we're talking about.
I think you're gonna have to do that a lot with some of the things I'm saying.
Hey, it's all good. So this is,
Carrie did great.
Those are special.
If you're watching, Carrie, you did great.
But
Okay,
this is
no problem.
also from Cold Point.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about the 5QT units. I call them 5QTs because of the model
try our
number,
best
the
as
series of the unit.
HVAC
makes
reps
sense.
and
But again,
manufacturers and
Cold Point
parts center
specializes in retrofitting old
business
units
leaders
so that
to
they
get the
are
word
direct
out as best we
replacement.
can, but we're not
So obviously these
news reporters and
were
we're not
something that
actors
was
and
made by
actresses,
different
so we do the best we
manufacturers.
can, and I think we do pretty good.
excellent.
On
WPV units. These actually are the retrofit for the Train WP units.
okay.
So these also senior living facilities.
Don't go to Train. Come here. Come here to
We have
Hobbs.
them in stock.
You heard it.
That's right.
But these
Sorry, Train
retrofit
folks
the
watching.
The WP units from Train. So again, nursing, senior living facilities.
We got a cool
lot
bar
of,
in our parts center, just saying.
throughout the whole area.
Right.
They come to us for these units because we have them readily
That's
available.
great that people can know that you have them here in stock. And this is one of those products too where you want to take
Hello,
the unit
Carrie.
out, put this in, and then you
I
have the
see
unit.
you're
You can either
watching
fix
now.
it and repair it over
Maybe you've
time,
been
or
watching
you
the
can
whole
keep
time,
it for
but
spare
thank you.
parts.
And these units are great. We very rarely have any issues with them. Cold Point also is really great with their warranty as well. We send them unit information. They either send out the parts, we ship the unit back, they repair it, send it back to the customer. We never get a bill for it. They're really great with customer service as well.
Probably
That's
tweak the sound a little bit,
important,
a little
Cold
hum
Point
from the lights in the
WM
background,
units,
which is
so these
typical in a
replace the old
warehouse. It's
McQuay
typically what you
WM
get.
consoles.
Usually we're on job
They're
sites,
pretty
and they're
basic what we
extremely
stock, but
noisy, so we just do
stock
the best we can with the
variety of
sound.
sizes. We stock the 208 single phase and the 265 volt units, but we also have obviously plenty of these in stock as well.
Very nice.
We try to keep these videos,
We can
10 to
go-
20 minute-ish. This is about 15 minutes, so it's perfect length.
Look at all these
And a lot of
units,
people,
so-
when they watch videos on
yeah,
YouTube
then we
today, they're
have
not
our
going to sit down and
Climatemaster
watch the whole
vertical
thing, right? They're going to watch
Oh, nice.
compact
pieces
water
of it,
source heat
and
pump. So we stock anywhere from
majority of the views we get on our
9,000
content
BTUs
is
up to
from
a 5
the short
ton
form
unit.
we extract from the
stock the
content.
208
So we
single
might take
phase.
this
We stock
video,
back
we'll
in
put it
our
on
left-hand
YouTube, or
return,
not we might,
off
we will put
discharge.
this
We
on
do have a
YouTube
few
as what's
horizontals
called
in
long
stock as
form, which is
well,
about
but-
15
Very
minutes.
nice.
Then we'll take
So
it, make
obviously we have
clips
these readily
from it.
available
And
as
these
well.
are commonly purchased
We'll pull out
for
the clips that
retrofits,
have
not
some
for new
sort of
construction,
interest,
I would
Yeah,
assume.
interesting
mostly all-
topic to
all
them, and then we'll
replacement.
send those out on the
We
7
have
or
a-
8
So tons of water
platforms
source
that
heat
we're
pump
on. This is kind of
Yes.
a look at
for retrofits.
Yes.
So you're like the
a little bit
retrofit
about how we
water
do
source
that,
heat pump
and then
place
we
to-
direct that
to
traffic
go.
back
Okay,
to the
great.
long form.
Yep.
That's kind of the process. It's called the
Like I said,
reverse
a lot of
pyramid method.
hotels or nursing homes around the area, they buy these all day long, which is great because we have them. They're always coming to us because they know that we have them in stock.
Excellent.
Yeah, so that's kind of the aftermarket salesman's bread and butter, essentially. But we are constantly moving these. We just got a stock order in, so kind of full, but also could use a few of the smaller sizes that would go here.
So I see there's some horizontal units there,
Yes,
maybe?
horizontals. Yep. We only stock the 9,000 BTU up to the 2 tons of the horizontals. Again, 208 single phase.
By the way, if you're watching this,
But
you
we
are part of
have
a
few of these in
historic
stock as well.
event, which is HVAC
Our LG
videos
stuff, this is all for jobs
live
and-
online
and
on LinkedIn and YouTube.
things that have already been sold,
Never's
so
happened
we kind
before.
of
So.
have been stocking for some of the salesmen here.
Some heat
Except
recovery
for the other
units
two we did.
there.
Yep.
Other than that.
So we have a bunch of LG. Obviously, the LG back there is also for
Oh, thanks.
another job.
Yeah,
as
the
well,
up in the
but,
left is a new logo.
That's
We
some
do
great
stock up.
stuff.
We stock
By the way,
parts. We don't have.
I forgot to mention this in the beginning, but the
inventory.
Because LG's got big warehouses.
The
that
YouTube
all
channel
over
is
the
called
place, so
HVAC TV.
It doesn't make sense.
Historically,
to
we've
stock a whole
called the
bunch of that.
podcast.
And usually
the
when someone's
Engineers
buying a big
HVAC
LG order,
podcast, but now it's all HVAC
big VRF
TV
order
now.
is
We changed
large,
it all to
so you
HVAC
can't-
TV.
yeah,
So if
so-
you listen to our
That's why
podcast,
it is over there. It's being stored.
and you can't
right
find it,
now
it's
as
called
well.
you should see it, but it's going to
look
be
at
under
our Marley
HVAC
cooling
TV.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be the end of it there. So I think I'm going to overlay some of the B-roll on top of this. Not really sure. I'm going to play around with it a little bit more. But anyway, hey, if you watch this, thank you so much for watching. It's really a big help for us to get on. We're trying to just spread the word, especially about this new parts facility. I have the address here. I'm going to pull it up. But again, it's in the video description of wherever you're watching this. Oh, thanks for the comment there. I'll look at doing that next time for sure. It's so weird trying to get the sound right because you get the sound from my mic, you got the sound from, I had music in the background, which I turned off, and then you got sound from the video. But thank you for the comment. That's very helpful feedback. So the Hobbs Associates Aftermarket Parts Center is 10640 Iron Bridge Road, Suite 2A, Jessup, Maryland, 20794. There you go. And thank you again to Carrie and Shannon. I have some more Hobbs video to edit. I have an actual job site video I did with a couple of their folks. And yeah, thank you, Shannon. And thanks for all you're doing at Hobbs and all of our brands and everybody. And tune in Friday. If you go to Meet on LinkedIn, you can see a link to the live show we're doing Friday, which is Psychometrics Part 3, which is the third part of a psychometric series we've been doing with the folks at Climate New York and Climate New Jersey, EBS, and also ETS. So anyway, so thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Oh, nice.
Compact water source heat pump.